So what Cristiano Ronaldo had to say after that draw against Serbia and coming off early because of injury. I'm not worried about this injury. I know my body. I believe that in no more than 2 weeks, I will be fine. Meanwhile, there's one story that is grabbing the headlines in the UK despite England's win. Sterling silenced the racists. This is after monkey chants were aimed towards Danny Rose when he was booked late on in the second half. You can see Raheem Sterling there responding to the fans. That's after he scored the 5th goal. Gareth Southgate coming out and saying, "I know what I heard." Raheem Sterling saying best way to silence the haters, and yeah, I mean racists. Hashtag 2019. Shaka, of course, honorary president of Show Racism and the Red Card. Is that hashtag, isn't it? 2019. We kind of thought maybe naively this is all behind.
And I think UEFA have some responsibility to bear in that regard. When you think that less than 12 months ago, Russia were similarly found guilty of racist chanting, and their fine was some 25,000 euros. This, of course, was leading up to the World Cup. I just don't feel that the punishments have been anything near strong enough, and certainly don't serve as a deterrent. I also feel that UEFA has a responsibility to go a little bit further than just a monetary fine. Whether you close a part of the ground or whether you instruct these national associations to conduct some kind of educational exercise around their fan bases, that would make a step in the right direction. But a fine, and a paltry one at that, does nothing but, in my opinion, encourage this kind of behaviour.
But Gav, quickly, this is the precedent that UEFA has set, hasn't it? When we've seen these incidents happen in the past, as Shaka said, most cases, more than often, it's a fine.
Well, I mean, it depends on the extent of the situation. I mean, I think Raheem Sterling, some of his words, what he said afterwards was very spot on. He's called for stadium bans. We've seen it happen with most recently with Croatia. We've seen it elsewhere. This is something that works. It punishes the fans. It punishes the FA from that country. I think we will see action if this is proven and they follow through.
If they went to you, Shaq, and said, "What would you advise us to do?" What would you say with regards to punishment?
As I say, it would be a fine. I think they set a precedent with that 25,000 euros. I think it needs to be higher. I'll go a little bit higher.
Would you close the stadium?
I would. I would close the stadium, and I'd instruct that educational exercises have to be a part of the solution.